Hey fellow turtle fans, seriously, look at this collection I'm building. It's getting epic. You know those supersized minifigures? Well, I'm adding to the family. We've already put together Donatello and Splinter, remember? And get this, Michelangelo's joining them soon. You won't want to miss that. Now, for the classic minifigures, take a peek. We've got the whole crew on skateboards. Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, and Leonardo. And of course, Leonardo and Karai cruising on that motorcycle. Plus, I've got these guys on the way. And get this, I scored 2 sets. And how about those big figures? You've seen Donatello, Shredder, and Leonardo, right? Well, Michelangelo and Raphael are getting the Bionicle treatment next. But wait, there's more. I've got a review coming of these interesting figures. They look good, sure, but trust me, they've got issues. I'm planning to give them a makeover. We're talking sharpening, repainting. They'll be amazing. And finally, today's main event, this giant, unofficial Lego set. Let's tear into this box and see what we've got. Okay, future me here, and I'm warning you, there's a major problem in this set, like a head scratcher. I've never seen anything like it. But don't worry, I'll figure it out. And by the end, you won't even know it happened. It's coming up in the middle, so stick around. Listen to that rustling. Let's dump all these pieces out. They might be sorted, but honestly, I want to see everything at once. Check out this awesome fire piece. And this chain? Seriously, this is quality. It's so shiny. Okay, maybe they tried to sort them, but let's be real, it's a bit of a mess. Time to spread everything out. Alright, let's get building. We're starting with Michelangelo's jetpack. Think of it as his personal flying machine. Now, let's put together our pilot, Mikey himself. It's the standard build, body, shell on top. A really nice little figure, I have to say. The quality feels good. Later, we'll do a minifigure showdown with my other turtle pals. But first, let's give Michelangelo his signature nunchucks. Now, are these things supposed to be this long? It looks a bit strange. And that chain? It's really nice, but attaching it like this, it's a bit of an odd choice. Nunchucks usually don't connect that way. Now, check out these nunchucks from another set. See? More traditional. The chain on the new ones is definitely better, though. Maybe we can swap them? Anyway, let's pop Michelangelo into his jetpack. He's leaning a bit thanks to that shell, but it still looks pretty cool. And you can tell it's totally playable. Now, let's move on to the Ninja Turtles' ship. Hey, do any of you guys know where this spaceship comes from? What cartoon or comic? I'm drawing a blank here. Let me know in the comments. Everything's fitting together really well. No wobbly bits and the plastic feels pretty good. You know how sometimes these sets can have wonky plastic? Not this one. It's definitely not Lego quality, but it's totally respectable. Especially for a fun, playable set like this, not some complicated Technic build. Okay, now for the pizza launcher. That's right, a pizza launcher. Talk about a unique weapon. I wonder if this is from a specific cartoon or comic. I honestly don't remember seeing anything like it, and I've been a huge turtle fan in my childhood. So, this mechanism fires pizzas. Let's get it fully assembled and give it a test run. Honestly, if I were a Ninja Turtle on a space adventure, I'd definitely bring a pizza oven. Now, let me give you a quick demo of the pizza launcher. We'll do a proper review later in the video. And now, the moment of truth, the problem. You know, I've built quite a few of these unofficial building sets. I've seen some quirks, some oddities, a few minor hiccups here and there. But this is a whole new level of... Wait, what? Look at the instructions. See this little cross stick? And this fiery bit? And this cone-shaped piece right here? Now, according to the instructions, this big cone piece is supposed to slide right onto this cross stick. It's supposed to fit snugly, perfectly. But, and this is the head-scratching part, there's no hole. Absolutely none. It's just solid plastic. Now, we could kind of force it on like this, but then, look, this stick sticks out way too far. It's not supposed to be like that. And when we try to put the whole thing together, just look at this. See this massive gap? It's supposed to be flush, seamless. This is a real puzzle, isn't it? So how do we fix this? We have a couple of options. Option number 1, we could just chop off the stick to the right size. A bit of a drastic measure, but it would solve the problem. Option number 2, and this is the one I'm leaning towards, is to drill a hole in this cone-shaped piece. I'm thinking I can carefully use a screwdriver to create a hole without damaging the cross hole itself. It's going to be delicate work, but I think I can manage it. So I'm trying to push, twist, finesse it, just trying to make it work somehow. I spent a good 10 minutes on this and I'm not showing you every single second, trust me. But in the end, it seems like... Yes, we did it. We have a hole. Yay guys, it's a victory. I managed to fix it. We made a candy out of a not-so-sweet situation. Look at the ship now. And yes, it still shoots pizzas. Like this. They fly off quite far, don't they? Now let's finish assembling our spaceship and get Michelangelo and Donatello in there. So, we just need to put Donatello together. He's a standard build, just like Michelangelo. Body, shell, head. A great little minifigure with a unique print. I really like the details. Good enough for any collection, I'd say. Let's put him in his spot. And there we have it, the completed ship. Next up we have this monster, Wingnut, or as some might know him, Dr. Kirby O'Neill, April's father, who mutated.
Dad?
This figure is really something, isn't it? It's got a cool, unusual look. That helmet with the swollen brain is certainly striking. It definitely gives off a creepy, villainous vibe. I do wish the colors were a bit more vibrant though. A brighter plastic would have made it even better. And then we have Krang. Look at him, sitting in the torso of his robot. That super villainous brain controlling the machine.
Invasion of Earth begins now. Krang, 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 Krang.
Now, let's assemble a flying saucer for Krang. Structurally, it's quite simple, but the picture makes it look like something really interesting. Those large, round panels are unique. I can see myself using them for some custom builds in the future. It seems like this set has several interesting, unusual, and potentially rare pieces that could be quite useful. So here we're building a bunker for the bombs that will be dropped by a release mechanism. The mechanism is very simple. Now, the final touches. It's just a small matter of attaching the legs to Krang's flying saucer. A very simple design, but quite effective. And I must say, the leg mechanism has a certain elegance to it. And these rockets, they attach right onto the legs, which is a neat detail. They don't shoot with a tremendous amount of force, but they do launch, which is always fun. A nice little addition to the overall set. And now, the final step. We just need to put the lid on the flying saucer and place our Krang minifigure inside. And there we have it. Krang is ready for takeoff. And right here, folks, this is where the bombs drop from. By the way, I couldn't find the stickers at first. Actually, they were hidden in the instruction manual. Let's quickly get them on the main spots. We'll add them to the sides of the Ninja Turtle ship, the wing, and the tail of their rocket. Well, now that we've finished building, let's take a good look at what we've assembled. We have two very distinct constructions here. First, we have the Ninja Turtles aircraft, ready for some high-flying pizza-powered action. And then we have Krang's menacing flying saucer, ready to wreak havoc. Let's start with Krang's flying saucer. It's a nice, solid build. The legs are surprisingly stable, which is always a plus. And we have these two shooting rockets, which, well, they're supposed to shoot. Let's give them another try. Oh, it flew off somewhere again. It seems they have a mind of their own. And then we have the bomb dropping mechanism. You open the hatch and out come the bombs. A very classic villainous touch, I must say. I also really like the surface details here. It has this interesting pattern, almost like energy waves, and these little pimples, they're supposed to glow in the dark. I'm not sure if I'll be able to capture that on camera. Inside the flying saucer, we have Krang himself. The minifigure is actually quite impressive. The quality is very good. There's a detailed print on the back, which is always a nice touch. The plastic feels solid, and all the arms move smoothly. No issues there whatsoever. You know, with unofficial sets, I always pay close attention to the minifigure quality, because sometimes they can be a bit off. But here, everything is very decent, and we have these little antennas sticking out, which add to the overall alien aesthetic. And that, my friends, is where the functionality of the flying saucer ends. Now let's move on to the Ninja Turtles starship. Unfortunately, this set only includes 2 turtles, Michelangelo and Donatello. Leonardo and Raphael are missing in action, but thankfully I have them in other sets, and not just one of each. So, for me personally, if the goal is to play this set would be completely satisfying. However, if you don't have the other turtles, you might feel like your collection is a bit incomplete. This starship rolls along nicely, which makes it quite playable. And of course, it has the all-important pizza launcher. You load it up with pizzas and they shoot out like this. I have a whole arsenal of pizzas from other sets, so I'm well stocked. Now, what happens if we load several pizzas at once? Will 1 fly out, or 2? Let's find out. And 2 flew out. Double the pizza power. Oh wait, I almost forgot. These same holes are also for inserting rockets, just like on the flying saucer. Let's quickly put them in and see how they shoot. They go in quite tightly, which usually means they'll shoot hard and far. They're a bit too tight, actually. And they flew off somewhere else in the room. Not very impressive. And now, let's talk about this Michelangelo and his rather impressive jetpack. It's quite a unique little aircraft, isn't it? Structurally, it's designed with these handles, presumably so a minifigure can grab on. So let's put that to the test. Michelangelo has these nunchucks, and I have to say, I'm quite fond of the chain. It's a nice sturdy chain. However, the design of the nunchucks themselves? Well, it leaves a little something to be desired. I really wish the chain came directly out of the stick, rather than through this adapter piece. And of course, the stick itself is rather long, isn't it? Now let's see if Michelangelo can actually grab these handles. It seems like it's not as simple as just putting his hands on them. The shell is definitely getting in the way. If we remove the shell, everything would probably fit perfectly. Let's give it a try. Okay, it's possible, but it's not exactly comfortable, is it? It's a bit of a tight squeeze. Honestly, it's probably easier and more practical to leave it as it was. Attach him by the legs. That way, his hands are free, and he looks like he's actually flying. Now, let's talk about the fashion choices of our turtles in this set. Donatello is sporting some kind of jacket, and Michelangelo is wearing a full suit. It's a bit of a departure from what we're used to, isn't it? We usually see the Ninja Turtles with their bare torsos. For example, like this. Or like this. By the way, it's rather amusing, isn't it? We have Donatello wearing a jacket, but his shell is completely exposed. How does that even work? And speaking of shells, let's take a closer look at the backs of our minifigures. What's underneath the shell? Is it just a painted shell, or is it actually a jacket? Ah, it's a jacket. That makes more sense, doesn't it? It's much more logical than having a painted shell on the back. I wonder if Donatello has a jacket too. Yes, he does, but he's missing his pants. Michelangelo, at least, has the decency to wear trousers. And finally, we have the last minifigure in our set, this wingnut. One thing I've noticed about this minifigure is that its arms move in a very peculiar way. You can't straighten them forward. They're always raised, like he's perpetually shrugging. It's a rather unique feature. Now, let's take one final look at our assembled set. We have Krang's flying saucer, the Ninja Turtles' starship, and Michelangelo's jetpack. And with that, our video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of unofficial building sets. If you did, please consider giving this video a like. And don't forget to leave a comment. Any comment will do. Just a few lines, words, or even letters. Anything at all. Here's a playlist featuring all the Ninja Turtles sets I've assembled on the channel. And over here, YouTube has selected a video for you based on your interests. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.